So we are moving on to the installation of Java and IntelliJ. So right now I'm going to go through some of the lesson notes that I've got, and then we are going to move into the practical bit where I show you how to install Java, and I'll show you step by step on how to install Java and J. I know I'm currently using a Mac, and most people may be using a Windows laptop. So I'm going to take you through installation on Mac and also installation on Windows as well. And for the installation of Java, after installing Java, we would also be configuring the variables within the environment. So I'll take you on how to do that on Mac as well and also on Windows. But for the Windows bit, I don't have a Windows laptop, but I've got like step-by-step instructions that you can follow, and I'm pretty sure that if you follow them step by step, you wouldn't have any complications or any mistakes. But if you do ask me questions towards the end or in the Telegram group, and I would be able to help you from there. So for installing Java on Mac, we would first want to check whether we've got Java currently installed on our computer. So for Mac, we would open up the terminal. We would open up the terminal and then enter the specific command java-version to know the version of Java that we've got on our laptop. And if it comes up empty or blank, then we go on to install Java from this particular URL. And for Mac, we would use the Mac OS installer. This is the one I use mostly, the one ending in .dmg. But you could also use the one ending in .tar.gz as well. But I would use the one ending in .dmg. And once I've clicked on that, I would go on to accept the license, and I'll be prompted to create an account with Oracle. So you just need to create an account to download. You don't need to pay or do anything. Just fill in the necessary information, ask you for your email address, password, country, just basic information, and then you click on save to download the file. And once it is downloaded, you open up the downloaded file to install it. Then you click continue and you click install. And most of the time when you're downloading a Mac, you'll be prompted to enter your laptop password. So you would probably be asked to do that probably once or twice during the installation of Java. And once you enter your password, you click on install again. And after installing, you click on close. And that is basically your Java being installed. And if you want to verify that it has already been installed on your computer, you go back to your terminal and then you enter java-version again, Java space dash version, and then you would be able to see the version of Java that has been downloaded on your laptop. Then for the Windows side, to install Java on your Windows, you do the first step that I've given you for the Mac. Go onto your terminal to find out if you've got Java installed. That's also Java space dash version. And if it comes out blank, then we go on to install Java from this link. And we've got, so this is JDK 11 that I'm using here. So we've got the version Windows 64 installer and also the compressed archives. So you pick one of them to install on your computer. Then you accept the license. When you accept the license, then you download the Java that is suitable for your own operating system. If you've got 64, you can do that. If you've got 32, then you have to pick the one that suits your laptop version. And once you've done that, you save the file, clicking on save, and then you open up the downloaded file, click on next. Then you have to note down this particular file path where your Java is being installed, because we'll be needing it to configure our environment variable. So make sure you note down where this particular file is, the particular location of your Java installation is going to be. So make sure you note down this file path. And then once you've noted that down, you click on next and your installation is complete, and then you click on close. So I'm going to try to do this on my Mac, and I know that I've got Java installed already, so I'm just going to take you through every single step for you to know how it looks like when you're doing it from your own end. So currently, I'm just going to minimize my screen to bring up my terminal. Terminal. And I'm just trying to find a way to bring up my terminal to share to the screen now. Just a minute. Right. Can you see the two of them side by side? If you can, could you just type yes in the chat box so I'm aware that you can see my PowerPoint screen and also the terminal screen as well before I move on. Okay, so people can see the screen. So I'm going to go on to my terminal now and then just enter Java version. So because I've got Java installed already, you will probably find my Java version coming up. But if you type that into your terminal and you don't see it, then usually if you don't have a Java version, all of this is just meant to come up blank. So you're just going to have a blank space. But because I've got that installed already, I can see I've got Java version 1.8.0_144. So for instance, if you've not got that installed, then you would go ahead and copy this URL. I'm just going to copy this URL and then just a minute, copy the URL and then go onto my browser to download Java from it. And I think I've got it opened. I'm not sure if you can see my screen now. You should be able to see my PowerPoint and then my WebDriver, my browser also opened. I want them to be side by side so you can see what I'm doing. Can you see that now? So I would be downloading Java 11. So I'm going to go to the JDK download and then I would scroll down. Since I'm using a Mac, I would click on the Mac, but if I'm using a Windows as well, I would also go ahead to click on the Windows version. But since I have a Mac laptop, I'm going to be clicking on the Mac installer. And once I click on the installer, I have to accept the agreement, click on the download, and I'm going to be redirected to an Oracle website to log into. And I'm guessing I have the login details, which I hope I can remember. But normally, if you don't have a login, then you have to create an account. I'm just going to click on create account. And once I fill in all the details on the create account, I'm going to be prompted to, I'm just going to create an account. Re-enter the password. And I guess some of them are optional. And create accounts. Oh, right, I have to fill them in. Address, most of the details I'm putting are not real, so you just have to put in your own right details and click create accounts. Right, verification. So I'm getting an email that says I've already got an account with Oracle, so I can't use that email address. But normally, if you don't have an account already, you would normally be prompted to verify your email in your email within your email thing. And then when you've verified your email already, then you would be prompted back to the screen and you would see a download. So once you're done, you would see a link that comes up, a pop-up box that says to save the file to download. And once you've downloaded it, you can then follow the simple instructions I've listed out here. Once it is downloaded, then you open the downloaded file to install, and then you click on continue. And if you're on the Mac, you are going to be prompted to enter your password. And once you've done that, you click on install software, and then your installation is complete and you close. And the same thing applies for those with Windows as well. If you are using a Windows, you basically click on the Windows 64 installer, which is going to be this one, and most of the time you would not be prompted for to log into Oracle or create an account. But if you are, just do it to be able to download Java on your laptop. And once you've done that, you would then accept the license agreement, and then you find a pop-up box like this that comes up. And once that is up, you should be able to click on the save file. And once you've clicked on save file, you open the downloaded Java folder, and then note down this particular file path that starts with the C program file Java, note it down somewhere else because we'll be needing it for our variable configuration later on, and that is what we're going to move on to now. So for our Java environment setup, this is the variable that I was talking about. So in the terminal, I'm going to do the one for Mac and also the one for Windows. So in the terminal, you would enter this particular command, echo Java home. And once you've done that, you're going to open, this echo Java home is to tell us where our Java file path is. So normally it's meant to come back empty. So I've basically covered up my own because I've already configured my Java path before. So I basically covered it up with something else because it's meant to come back empty if you've not configured your Java home before on your Mac. So once you've done that and it comes back empty, then you basically open the bash file using this particular command, nano backspace dot bash profile. And once you've done that, it basically comes up with this #2 image down here. And once we've done that, we are going to, once this bash profile is opened, we are going to configure our Java home. And because if you are using a Mac, your Java path would have already been configured for you. I guess it does it automatically. And then if it doesn't, then you would have to do it by yourself. So what you would have to do is, we've got the export path equals Java home. So normally, if you've not configured your Java environment before, you would not see this Java home in front. It would normally start with /bin/ whatever path was there before. So basically, this is our Java, where the Java has been installed, this Java home. So basically just copy Java home into the path. So have a $sign and then the Java home, and then we are done. So that is how we configure the environment on Mac. It's just basically simple. And then once we've done that, we'll save this file using command, I think it's command 0 to write out. Then you click on yes, then you click on exit. I'll show you how it's done. And then once we've done that, we want to first ensure that our terminal has already taken up that change, like the bash profile has taken up the change we made. So we'll enter source bash profile to implement that instantly instead of having to close our terminal and open it again. So once we've entered this command, it basically enforces that change that we've made. And thereafter, we go on to call the Java home again to show the Java home path using the echo Java home. And once we've done that, it should come up with this path that shows where our Java has been installed. And once we've done that, then we can then check the Java version that we installed as well, just to check that it's been installed correctly and the file path has also been installed correctly as well. So once that is done, then that is the end of configuring your Java environment on your Mac. Moving on to that for Windows, we've got a different way that we would have to do this. First of all, we would have to navigate to, if you can remember when I said that we have to note down a file path when we were installing Java. So we can either, if we have that path at hand, that would be really good. But if not, we would have to navigate to where we've downloaded Java. So for instance, it could be in your program file Java. This is the Java that we downloaded, and then it's in the bin. So once we've gotten that file path, we would then go to our control panel and click on Advanced System Setup. And I've given you a screenshot down here. So when we click on the Advanced System Setup, we would then click on Environment Variables. So when the system setup comes up, we would actually click on Advanced up here, then click on the Environment Variable. And once we've done that, it brings up this other tab for us down here. And then we go to the System Variable bit, not the user variable. We go to the System Variable. And then we click on the one that says the path. It's just one path, so we click on that one. And when you click on it, it's going to be highlighted. Then you click on Edit. So that's why I have a 1. You first click on the path, then you click on the Edit button. And when we click on the Edit button, then we have to add the file paths for the Java that I said we should keep aside at the beginning. We add the path to the bottom of the environment variable. And then you can add the path by clicking on New. Then you add the paths into the bottom of the list, and then you click on OK and OK again. Then you would normally have to restart your system after updating the paths variable for it to take effect. And once that is done, then your environment variable has been configured on your system in your Windows machine. So if you want to check that you've got Java installed, then you can go to your terminal and then type Java space dash version, and it should show you the version of Java that you have installed. So once that is done, we then move on to how to install IntelliJ.